The Dust 2 is an unlikely map, you would say, for FUT, but I just think they are the better team at the moment.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly. And this is the thing. They can just hit a little bit harder. Masuta as well is playing against his former side, so we'll see how he pans out as Decisive dives out. I want X here, 4-1, and tapping through the smoke. He'll get dinged. That's pretty unfortunate. One will go down. Not a bad start for 3D Max. Real punchy pistol round here.
Yeah, going to be hard to retake in, as we know. Smoke coming down as well. From both sides, kind of a lurking smoke from the CT end to try and make that work. I don't know what he's going to be able to get away with. He needs his teammates to fully distract here, and indeed he does get one. Causes that charge forwards. The Julius and Maka not quite able to deliver, but it's the Glock and Masuta against his old team that will see it off. So it really stops them from doing anything, and yeah, complete positional change up here from FUT.
I like this.
Oh my goodness. What's the plan for 3D Max is the question. Are they ready for a move? It feels like yes. They're set up with the guns. There's a lot coming around this corner though. However, they will fend it off. Decisive in particular up close. Now going to be down to just Longs to see if he can recover this 1-on-2.
Oh, let's see. Double back towards short. Oh, he's smoked on the cross. He's kind of ready for the engagement. One spotted ramp as well. The bomb's made its way underneath him, though. He doesn't even realize it just yet. Now he's spotted it. Lurk smoke, another dink on towards his position. How he's still alive, I do not know, but eventually he will fall. It's not a bad effort.
Not a lot of info, not a lot of control. They still have this man in upper tunnels, which to me speaks to a quick pivot towards B. Over on that B bomb site, so it could be very scary here. They will still send couple players into A to see what they can find, so it's a play it by ear type of moment. Lucky gonna catch off the push. Longs takes one towards middle. They trade out at B meanwhile, but Gravity charging in real clean. 10 seconds to get this bomb down. Maybe want to focus on that rather than throwing a cheeky flash. It's definitely close there, but they feel like they've done enough work to see this one off. Gravity loses head quick though. Longs looking to try and go in for it. The AWP takes him. Not sure if Krabeni fancies his chances. It's still early on in the game, and FUT not afraid of throwing themselves into these situations.
He's made noise. 1v2 for him, a flash in his face as well, and that might just prompt him to leave. The sound might assume. Smoke again. They know someone's close to this block. Krabeni, how is he still alive? Demon will go down to the hands of Decisive, but in all of the carnage, Cemetery had made a move, but Decisive is still causing problems for him behind. Cemetery again, another smoke wallbang headshot. He's getting all the little trinkets on the kill feed, but it's still a numbers advantage for 3D Max. And Decisive, his double alone had basically given them space towards the site. 2 versus 3. And I think once again they're going to angle to the save. This is looking tough. I mean, credit where it's due. 3D Max are playing some excellent Counter-Strike at the moment.
Cemetery hanging around. Maybe trying to catch one on the exit, and he might have a chance to do so. Oh, yes.
He's quick.
Is he going to go in for a bit more? Actually, the action will come to him, so he will get taken down. But yeah, as you say, 3D Max looking really, really good. The proficiency on Dust 2 definitely showing itself here, and FUT unable to get up to their usual antics. Once in a while, but you just feel like it shouldn't really be happening at the pro level. 3D Max, post-timeout, bursting into B here. Is it going to be effective? So far, the answer is no. The setup far too strong, and they will just mow them down, only losing one in the process. Close and personal here. Benny waiting round this corner. Does he have a flash? Oh, they turn away from it. Maybe turn away from their own flashes, but ultimately Gravity is able to deny him that opening frag. Cemetery in on the side, does get one. Looking for a bit more though, gonna absolutely need it, and he is denied away. Demon down below, tagged pretty low himself. Oh, gets the dink, but no kill. And Longs recovers that AWP, takes it out, and will be moving into the next round all by himself. Not necessarily one where you have outwitted your opponent, and then they're right back, you know? So it's like, are you actually capable of winning rounds, or are you just capable of like holding mouse one when the kills come to you? To get caught by the mat kit. Gravity does charge through a smoke. It's a risky move, but it pays off.
Smoke. Back over towards the cross. That's the one in this case. There's 3 players here. Oh! That is unfortunate for Krebeni. Caught at the tail end of that smoke. Just above it. Orp is here. This is the opportunity, Cemetery. Kind of needed that. Second time of asking will deliver, but it's still positive trades. The double orb setups maybe got something brewing, but a lot of ticks in the molly and a HE behind it will leave Lonks reeling. Bomb down, and I think again, a save for FUT. They cannot give this one a look in. Own thing, Gravity was spotted there by Cemetery. Just briefly calm something though, so look at that. It's a really wild move, and Krebeni was so wary of that possibility. Molly in for the cross, and Cemetery now going to be tested. There's a molly down and a dive through as well by Maka. Very aggressive from 3D Max in the early portion of round number 10.
They had this one round where they played like 3 in the smoke, got perfect timing, and I think suddenly they're like, oh, maybe we're good at taking B, but
yeah,
there's some luck on their side for that one. It's a touchdown flash. Going to be required. There's contact available from the CT side, though. The AWP is here as well. Does get traded. Krebeni they have to know about, because where did that flash come from? He does well to take another. Demon's moved in quick, but he's traded out. It's all going to be on to Lucky, their highest rated player of stage 1. We'll see if he can tap into that here. 2 more to get through. Moving slowly, but just about able to make it into his safe space. Will they expect him over here? The bomb planted for him. How does he opt to play it? Here's one dropping down, but the AWP takes his head off, and FUT will manage to get their second.
Yeah, he couldn't just duck in time from Cemetery. He's had some criticisms about him on the AWP, but he's looking really damn good. Has a boost as well. Catches Maka, but knows there's the foundations of that boost somewhere else, and they're going to peek in towards him. This is a risk. Oh, and he doesn't opt to shoot.
Cemetery holding the crack here. Is he going to see some action? For the time being, nothing coming his way. Meanwhile, in at the longhouse. Kind of an unbeatable spot, unless the flash is perfect, which it is. Trade is out now for the Frenchman. They will even things up.
2-1-1 is the split that FUT are going for. 1 in through mid, 1 anchoring B. It's Cemetery on that AWP. AWP as an anchor is always a bit of a risk, but it doesn't look like he'll be tested here. Open a retake's even harder. Flashing by Krebeni. That is bold. He actually just about gets one. But is that going to be enough? Well, maybe. There's a flank, and that's the bomb too. Jug surely single-handedly might have just done this for them. Gets one, he deals damage with an aid onto another, and that's going to force them in towards the AWP, and that's where that secondary AWP of Lonks can nail some quick shots. He's looking really quick, Lonks, and primarily, of course, with that AWP as well, which doesn't always pick up.
Your automatic weapons have to commit a bit more to your fights, which is tough because 3D Max doing so well in the pack with their trading. It's a lovely little change. Longs with the spawn out towards Long here. He re-peeks in. Dangerous move, but he will make it work. Shooter tagged up. Tries to go for more. I'm going to be punished. It's just absolutely impenetrable here over towards Long. Maka the only one left. Sprays down 2. It's pretty healthy, actually, after that. So maybe, a slim chance. Without. Nade softens him a little more. Not going to happen for Maka. 8-4 at the turn of the half. I'd be pretty happy with that, to be honest. FUT with a... Yeah, the 2 rounds make all the difference, right? If it was the 10-2, which it felt like we were headed towards at a certain point, we'd talk about this one being over for sure, but obviously not the case. As things pan out, like you say, we'll see if the survival continues. Exorcist says, no, we're done here. I want to take this map nice and quick. Maka with a trade out. Drops that P250 raid boss. Importantly, meanwhile, over on B, there's a little look, but there's Julie's up close. It was all part of the master plan. Krebeni has the bomb. That's really all he's got going for him. No armor here against 4. You feel it's going to be too tall of a task. would need an insane run of headshots. They're not grouped up tightly enough for that, in my opinion, so it's just not gonna happen. Oh, he's even on 3 burst for some reason. I don't think he quite realized.
You're right in saying he also swapped Glocks as well, so he might have picked someone else's up that was on the burst. Back towards A he goes. Honestly, in the position he's in, he can actually get a plant out of this. Because Mac has gone all the way down to deep long. He's doubling back now, but there is the world, especially if he gets the shot, and he does. Tap. He's so scared of one being close, but honestly, stick the plant, get the money. Guarantee that if you want to have a buy-in towards the next round, you can. It puts him into now 1 versus 3. Oh, he's very open. How would he not take any damage yet? He's still trying to find a couple of heads with the Glock. He'll eventually lose his, but there was an opportunity there for Krabeni. You could kind of see the doors opening for him in that 1 versus 3. If he just catches a couple of heads, the crosshair's so close.
They really want to deal with this guy over here. Plays around the shadows. Is there a flash for him? Yeah, Cemetery's got 2.
Ooh, what's
They're
that?
just moving in dry. Shadow spotted, baiting around it. Is there a trade there? Oh, the dink and the USB. Ecstasy plays it perfectly. Meanwhile, over towards short. They're holding the line. Looking good. Lucky backs his man and finds the double spray down. No contest at all.
Yeah, there's only one team in the server. This is a miraculous showing from 3D Max. What a statement being made here on towards this Dust 2. 3D Max make theirs. That's a good omen.
Stuta. Oh, lining him up, but he just get blinded. There's so much damage done. Gravity going to go unchecked. He strikes early. He really does not know how easy it could have been to find himself like a quad spray down there. He'll get that bomb plant in. They have control and man advantage. Looking very good. A quick kill needs to come back around for 3D Max. I mean, look, they have plenty of money. I'd say you might as well go for it. They're boring and just going to save, especially I think that AWP. They want to keep it out of the hands of their enemies, I guess.
Yeah, 3D Max, they're kind of the kings of the min-max in a way, aren't they? That everything is so calculated. Percentage-based Counter-Strike. And they know that the odds don't favor them in this one.
They just win this, though, man. Like,
yeah, I actually probably would back them on the retake. It's just about this an AWP and a retake as well. But let's see. AWP for 1. The Eagle. Can't convert. That's an AWP drop.
If you're saving, go and save.
Yeah.
You know, like, why is he still hanging around?
Well, the issue is for Mako, the reason why he didn't actually commit to the save is he's scared about the doors player holding him. It dies for nothing. Still, they can buy back in, but it is an AWP scooped up by Cemetery, which you'll happily take. Couldn't really afford it prior to that. A lot of util. Puts her out. Flying for long control. It doesn't start well, though. Masuta for 1. Do they expect a second? I mean, they expect him. Doesn't mean they're going to find him, but it's a very quick trade. As Masuta and Maka and now Lucky all leverage that position to kills in their favor. Cemetery, the last man, dead to rights. 13-5. What a showing. What a statement by 3D Max on their map pick of Dust 2. They open up the proceedings in this series so damn well.
Relatively confident, you know, come back to me in about 5 or 6 rounds and maybe I'll have a better picture, but still relatively confident going into map 2. It feels 3D Max have got the read on foot at large, regardless of the map. Ooh, Jugs with a big trade. Keeps them in things here.
Let's see, Demon going to try and take a bit of mid-control. They're setting up for the split. But Masuta's here. First head and the second. Oh, that's lovely. He spotted the bomb as it retreats back towards elbow into Exorcist. It's a push and pull from 3D Max, which FUT have nothing to offer up in return.
Krabeni, all alone. No armor once again for him. I think he's been in this situation before. Didn't find success there. He's looking to maybe take a head. Not going to happen. So fairly dominant coming in. See if that's going to be the case here again. They have good utility, but I think they will look to take an early fight if they can.
Yeah, I think for FUT they want to start in the TC side and be kind of back to their best of quite puggy and just boost there. Suter going to take damage to the flames. Just be careful. They've taken big control here, but we might get a re-aggress coming through. On the edge of the smoke, it's Longs who comes out on top. Blinded again, but a known quantity in towards elbow. Exorcist. Did he fall asleep there? Did he crash? I don't know. But he didn't react, I'll tell you that for free. And down goes Lucky, and down goes the round. This will be FUT finding their first. I don't know what happened to Exorcist there. Oh, well, he's left, so that'll explain it.
Yeah, it's a bit rough, to be fair. Could have been there
horrible timing
way back
for it.
in, yeah.
Because he actually would have spotted the shadow of one and also probably got that kill on that angle. Brutal timing.
Rough. Yeah, for sure. But look, I think FUT...
And this game more expensive.
Put themselves, yeah, it's just bad to worse. They put themselves in a really good spot. I think they were ready for some aggression to come their way. So they just have to deal with that. And that does allow FUT to really string some rounds together as 3D Max had not built up a defense. They changed things up a bit with the mid-aggression. Nice little break on that smoke, though, to make sure the trade comes in. Still mid-control for the CT side. Looks pretty good. Oh, it's all about this creep through. Yeah, saw him in towards Shelf. Exorcist dead to rights. They just were not ready for Demon to come creeping through that smoke. Only 2 remaining. Gravity looking for some timing. Not quite going to be able to grab it. Reveals himself, reveals the play, and now being softened up, surely has to be finished off. What can he take before going down, you would ask? The first comes clean. Looking for a bit more here, and just panicking, isn't he? The crosshair not in place. He did the same with the players going on into cave, just shooting a little early, not quite as confident. Maka, meanwhile, working his way in.
Yeah, he's just trying to pre-fire there. It's unfortunate as he's diving around Pillar, but this is a really good kind of move from FUT. You get the bomb down and you both double stacking towards Ram. You give the site over towards Maka, and he doesn't have a lot of time to clear. He doesn't have a kit either. Need to bind on the corner. It will bounce around and it will deal a bit of chip damage. Tap on towards the bomb to bait out the fight. Oh, Maka, he got the second. He has a chance there, but he probably now doesn't. The bomb is going to go off, and the lack of kit and obviously the lack of life. Lorbok and Ferme. Kabeni, in theory, it's obviously very nice in this veto process because of how good it is for FUT.
Yeah. I think once in a while you're going to get a team where you have that Mirage perma and they're like, for goodness sake.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's our best map. We usually play against everybody.
Yeah. It's probably one of the rarest kind of perma bans as well to have in the pool, just because it's a map that everybody knows. I mean, even as well, you kind of can probably make the decent argument that 3D Max can play that Mirage to a fairly decent level, right? They're going to have some protocols on it despite it being the perma, just because everyone knows it, even if it's from previous teams and whatnot. Maka pokes his head around into the red room, finds Longs. He probably actually spotted Jugs as well. Fall away. Good timing on the smoke by Gravity to keep Krabeni at bay. There's a re-aggress as well as Masuta just doubles back to catch Jugs. It's a little bit more like it for 3D Max. Maka's found a place in towards Pillar on B. And that's looking like where that bomb's going to head. Smoke going to fade in just a moment towards B cave. So what is the play for FUT now?
Ready? Ooh, spots one. Ready for the AWP as well. This is broken. Yeah, this is really quite rough. Is he seriously going to take this on, though? Goes down pretty easily in the end, despite, you know, the info on both. Does get it for his teammates. We'll see. This would be a wild thing. 5 on 2, brought down to 4. Any more available here for the planter? Not going to be the case. It's all on Demon to clutch up. Tries his best. Does find 2. Takes a lot of damage for it. And surely with like a Molotov and some flashes, they should be able to just see him off. Molly in, tap the bomb. It's beautiful and deep as well to just keep him really, really at bay. Not much he can do here. He knows it. Gonna grab the AWP and get out.
And because of the way they planted, because they knew there was the worry of the 2 players in towards cave, they planted safe for cave. So now he's in cave and he can't spam it. That's unfortunate. A default plant would have allowed him to maybe put a bit more pressure on that 1 versus 2. In the end, not to be. Nicely worked around from 3D Max. A near fumble at the end with a double spray down, but it's all right. Decent for the finances, but also for the confidence as well. It's a round that they win in the immediate kind of couple of fights they have. It's basically 2 head-to-heads that go their way, and that's it. Round over done. And nice ones to fall back on. That just shows you that your setup, your reading towards the round itself was really good.
Flash in. Lucky with an easy find.
Poor Longs. He's half blind and he's turning, expecting a second and just staring into the wall.
Oh, Masuta fluffs his lines on that one. Gravity is here. His B bomb site is lightly defended. It's a fair read in that sense from FUT. Wild swing coming in. Does get traded. Still not a huge fan of how this looks, but Lucky coming in to save the day once again.
Cheeky backflip.
Ooh, and I think, yeah, creep through that he's just missed. It's Lucky that finds the kill, but Gravity was there.
Lucky just goes long. There's 3 angles you've got to be careful of. They're double stacking here. They're just ever so wary of the possibility of a red room wrap, but I mean, there's no risk here. Gravity as well. The noise he's making is drawing attention away. Finds one. Not a bad effort, but it's just a completely impregnable crossfire. Really, really nice work. And it's just because of where that bomb spills. And he's also playing the slightly exposed angle. His timing is going to be brutal. One slip by, a second, and then he dies to the AWP as well. And now they're just pouncing towards the site. No one's here. Smoke down CT, Molly in towards the temple rush. That's it. This is a slight loss.
Yeah, it's just kind of poorly played by Xyz, to be honest. He's watching both angles. He's almost like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. He's like, well, I wonder if one's slipped by. It's like, yeah, bro, because you're not like holding the angle properly. Yeah. So he's trying to play an off angle. He's trying to hopefully catch them unawares rather than holding that sort of flat corner.
Yeah. I hate those non-vocal voices, mate.
Or something. Yeah, sure.
Those non-vocal voices,
Sure,
they do my head in.
Yeah, all right. Sorry. Oh, big nade. Yeah, absolutely massive. They're kind of bumping into each other. But certainly a nade worth noting. It was absolutely huge, and I think makes a keen difference because Maka had like no idea. They're both kind of playing anti-flash, 4x3 maybe, getting in the way as well. The 3D Max with an opener off the back of their timeout.
And now mid control completely taken.
Longs, I think, just has to give it up. He's not looked good in mid for a few rounds now.
The only issue is, though, if you kind of immediately give up mid control, it just makes life so difficult on this map. You have to vie for it in some way, but the one thing they were doing, which I kind of liked, it was a change-up because it felt like Longs were struggling a little bit, is they were going for re-aggress into mid. So they weren't taking it initially. As the smokes were fading, they were popping in. We'll see. Symmetry, he continues to look pretty solid. Nice find for him. Oh, this is Decisive, who's looking so uncomfortable, and he's going to be surely dead to right. He actually gets one while blind onto Trapeni. Somehow, some way, the gods look favorably as Maka finds 2. Jugs, 1 versus 2 for him. Maka tagged by the nade, but where is Lucky? It doesn't really know where he resides. Jugs will creep around this corner. 35 seconds. A 1 versus 2. And if he wants to go towards A, he's kind of got to go now. And it looks like he's committing to stay in here. Oh, he's nearly caught on the cross. Bomb going to be tapped, but not committed. 20 seconds. Jugs diving in for the fight, and it's Lucky who comes out on top. Oh, that was close. That was a little bit uncomfortable, and it was nearly squandered.
He didn't shoot for a while. You just figure he's absolutely dead to rights. He gets 1, and that makes a difference in the end, to be fair. 2-on-2 looks a little better for my money. Here we go. We got the run boost coming in. They didn't find success with this earlier on because I think they tried it and failed it. Ultimately, though, a burst towards B. A lot of resources used in middle to just make that kill happen. Gather the info, yes, but lose control. Molly coming in. Lucky. Yeesh. A very, very confident peak, let's say, at the very least. Deep Smoke's coming in, going to keep them at bay, and we have a slow burn flank from Jugs working its way in here. So all depends on how 3D Max look to play things, if they want to charge in, or indeed, if they are kept at bay, which the Molly does a good job of. Great reset of the crosshair. Should be a 7th here by all accounts for FUT. Gravity alone. His only option to move forwards.
No time.
Straight into the Lion's Den. He will go down, so it's a slim advantage.
Fizzy drinks and dairy products sounds like an awful mix.
Yeah. And also, if he's having like gut problems, I would probably cut out, as someone who also has a bit of that, like cut out the fizzy drinks.
Yeah, he's gonna have a shit later. It's gonna be a rough time in the toilet and in this round as Longs goes down. Jug 2. Reason Symmetry kills the piece. Jugs makes it. Oh, and Symmetry will add to it as well.
The bomb just at their flash is perfect. Feet here, look, he's going to have to charge in. And live in for a while there. But will eventually go down. 3D Max trying to pick up the pace and get in the face. That's what you would expect from them. But of course, as we know, FUT, they love...
Yeah. Well, it's not the last chance hurrah. It's kind of close. There's basically, what, 2 proper gun rounds between where we're at now and FUT seeing off this Ancient, and we quite swiftly head towards Anubis.
Yeah, gonna have to go absolutely crazy here, right? Big change-ups needed. Early nades coming out. Control coming in. MP9 goes flying, but he will be deleted. Does a lot of damage. Maybe could have done with an M4 there. Oh, the mid take, the late mid take, finding success.
Oh.
And a big fight lost in A main. That'll be a lot of ground made up. There's some damage done.
Even just, yeah, he's got a smoke as well. He could just keep numbers drawn towards the site. He's actually now going to be heard by Maka. Yeah, he's dead. Oh. No, he's not. Is he? No way, if he wins this fight, that'd be so funny. He doesn't in the end, okay. There's justice still in the world, I guess, a little bit. It would have been wild if Demon had come out on top there. This is where things start to become problematic. And we look back towards that previous map, the T side of 3D Max looked really solid. They were making life quite uncomfortable for FUT. It could be more the same.
For sure. Cemetery, though, he's pulling out the cheeky angles. That's a lovely, lovely spot. Get the first and set up nicely for the trader. He knew exactly what he was doing. So, yeah, FUT showing some of their proficiency on this map. A break of the smoke, though. They will burst forwards to try and get that B control. That's where it gets a bit tougher now. They have to mount a retake with, like, no utility. Just a few nades, no kit, of course. 3D Max, do they have a read on that economy? Are they ready for a lack of flashes to get back in, for example? Just going to be straight heads-up fights, and they have to be careful not to give them too early. Lovely little two-man stack out here in towards the cave, though, and it's a late cave presence that'll come through. We'll see if he can have impact. The answer is no, and they've played this very, very well. Just Cemetery, hardly any time. One jumps across, and the next one trades. That's close on the USP.
Yeah, it is. Good effort, though, by Cemetery. Starts the round and very, very nearly closes it, too. Did you ever study Latin or Greek?
No.
I did.
I had the chance to study Latin at school. Come on now. Languages were not a favourite of mine, although, that being said, you know, I was pretty good at speaking French, you might guess.
We had
pretty good at speaking English, you know what I mean?
Caecilius es in Horto.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that mean then?
Caecilius is in the garden, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
It's like the first sentence of the first Latin book you have to learn.
Right.
It's rough. Rough times. Thank God I don't have to do it anymore. 3 versus 3, though. A couple of opening engagements. Sow the seeds of doubt, as you can see, even with the smoking towards main. So he really is thinking it's a possibility.
They'll come over the top here. See if they can get anything going on the FUT side of things. Or if they start to think about the save, yeah, given the lack of a kit and utility and really anything that they can do about this. That being said, 3D Max are taking it quite slowly. That maybe gives them more time and space to feel confident.
Good
Molotov
Molly.
as well, going to slow them down. 10 seconds left on this clock as the smoke starts to dissipate. They have to defend that bomb, and Gravity does such a good job. Lonk's also going to get dropped. An argument to save for him for sure in that, and it's now 9-9.
Kind of awkward thing, and Krebeni up close and personal. It just becomes really difficult to account for who can shoot first and make a lot of noise, and he pulls out Util at the worst possible time. A Mach 10 round that corner, that's a big ask. But they line up, and Masuta's going to get 2 more. Against his former side, he might be hitting the final nails in the coffin. He's got 3 in the round, and he's bought them space towards the A site. And now a 2 versus 3. So much damage is being dealt towards 3D Max, but they don't have the numbers. And an AWP on a retake is always a horrible, horrible thing. They're saving. That is 3D Max 2 rounds ahead, and now 2 rounds away from the series. It's such an oversight, unfortunately, from Krebeni. Like, he just doesn't need to be as loud as he is. He's jumping around in Red Room and pulling Util out. That's a lovely one from Masuta. The second 2, he's fighting on the back of the trade of the Mach 10 going down. Lovely work. Look some more. And of course, he'll start it off with a spot of Lucky. They could be set to right here, though. He's kind of exposed in no man's land. So he'll go down to Jugs.
Early smoke as well towards the B doors for this aggression. So the B players that should have been sort of covering for this were not in place. So very well done, very well played on the initial setup from FUT. And they hold on though. I mean, they've not necessarily readjusted, and the B bomb site super well defended. So it should be a bomb plant despite the amount of players that they have all together. I mean, it's obviously going to be a bloodbath here. There's some low HP bars. How do they now approach this one? Exorcise right round this corner. Good for the first. He's traded round for more. The AWP getting involved, not quite able to find it. He pulls out his secondary, and it's all going to be down to the AWP as Cemetery swaps onto the M4. Does not have a kit, but he finds the kill nonetheless. Huge.
God, that's such a good shot from Cemetery.
What else have you got in that playbook?
Let's see. Coming through, there's a big fight here as well. Ecstasy first to fall as Krabeni, while actually blind, will nail one. Let's get a tag up onto his Gravity 2 before dipping away. He's tempted by a bit of a reaggress. Gravity will go looking, but he's going to meet the AWP, and he's going to beat the AWP. Cemetery gets one tapped.
Oh, it's picked up though. Demon gives it a go, and he'll find success. However, the bomb has pivoted towards middle here. What do they have up their sleeve, if anything? Again, it's wing and a prayer type stuff. The 3D Max at the moment. Flash comes in. It's not good enough. Longs makes mincemeat, makes quick work, trying to draw them in as well, as there's plenty of players watching this red room angle. Not looking good, not feeling good.
Ooh, it's like it's got a slight pungent aroma of choking and weakness.
Yeah, sweaty gamers.
yeah. Lack of shower, something along those lines. A real worry sets in. I like this move by Jugs. He's committed to the angle as well. We kind of had that like half and half by Exorcist earlier, which we weren't a fan on. He's waiting for the fight. The nade and the flash as well. It's good utility. Just get off a bit of damage. Masood is lucky to stay alive, honestly.
Yeah, he very much is, in all fairness. Big from 3D Max to create that first kill, and a great read from them as well. Exorcist, meanwhile, this could be a chance, could be his head on the chopping block. Two players coming round. Oh, yeah, he maybe spotted a bit of a barrel. The way it does give a lot of information to these ramp players that it's cave heavy. Krabeni goes forwards instead of back. Maka takes him and is ready for the next. So all of a sudden, 2 on 2. A lovely idea from Krabeni. His teammate desperately tries to follow him, and that doesn't quite work. Maka's left very low.
20 seconds.
And they've not confirmed the bomb.
They shift walked out. That's why they're slightly rotating. They think they're long rotating back towards A. Now the bomb goes down. It's because of that shift walk.
Yeah, really clever stuff to just give them the space to get the bomb down. Nice little nade. There goes the last piece of T-side utility against the odds here. Low HP bar's going to have to make it work. Molotov comes in. Look, he takes a swing. Doesn't see anybody out towards long. Oh, nearly. It's the HP that makes a difference. 5 left for longs, but it's all on the AWP. 2 shots, 2 kills is what he's after here. Swap onto the M4 and trigger discipline from Maka. He's one of the best in the game with those patient trigger discipline plays, and you see
the option of going in towards B and then 2 at the end. Maka has single-handedly put 3D Max on his back for that round and given the map and series points, and mentally that could just be the last final hurdle that 3D Max needed to get over. Round number 24 here. Nexus making a brave move, and it's a brave move that'll pay off. Does he expect the long player? Flash round, and he doesn't. Cemetery 4-1. They can plant here, though.
You have to be very careful on that sort of model.
Do they know? They're maybe at least going to try and check.
I'll go have a look, boss.
Yeah.
He just gets flattened.
Sorry, boss. Sorry. Big flank. Oh,
nice find. They've crossed each other in A main, by the way. I'm pretty sure Jugs had pushed A main. They've walked past each other. I think, indeed, the bridge too far. It has crumbled here. Jugs will reveal himself. He's so far away, it's going to take him a good 15, 20 seconds to cleanly get into the bomb site, let alone get through 3 players. Maka spots him, Molotov out, keep him at bay here. Delaying the inevitable. Jugs with, you know, quite an honourable, I see how this is going, ends the game a little prematurely, but it will be 3D Max to take it. A real great comeback from them.